Mansfield in the morning.
I get the feeling from people's phone calls and messages that everyone's a little stressed out and depressed at the moment and anxious. I thought I would start with a bit of humor. And these sentences actually appeared in church bulletins. And the first one I think Sam will love. Ladies, don't forget the jumble sale. It's a chance to get rid of those things not worth keeping around the house. Bring your husbands. And then my council members, I think, will concur with this one. Don't let worry kill you off. Let the church help. That was for a course on stress. And I think one of my best, for those of you who have children and don't know it, comma, we have a nursery downstairs for them. I've yet to find people who don't know they have children. Okay, so moving on. Today I want to continue with the theme of the Phoenix, how we emerge as something new, and we have that opportunity to do that each day. And sometimes what seems to be an end can actually be a new beginning. But we do need to be involved and active. These things don't just happen. And I love a quote from Neil Walsh. It's something that spoke deeply to me. He says, yearning for a new way won't produce it. Only ending the old way can do that. You cannot hold on to the old, all the while declaring you want something new. The old will defy the new, the old will deny the new, the old will decry the new. There's only one way to bring in the new. You must make room for it. So how do we do this? And for me, there's several things that we need to do, but part of it is living in this moment, in the now, recognizing that there are infinite possibilities that are before us, and spending time, for me, in quiet with God, for others maybe just in quiet with themselves, searching our hearts and reflecting on where we are now and where we want to go. We also need to be willing and prepared to let go of the past. It's one thing to remember the past and past successes and hurts, but we can't live in the past. We cannot move forward if we cling to the past. So how do we help ourselves figure out what we need to do? There's some questions that I ask myself when I know I need to change, and these are the questions. What weights, what loads do I need to lay aside so I can respond more fully to the journey of life that I feel I'm called to? So what do I need to let go of? I need to spend some time thinking about what hinders me. And I think all of us may have a bit more time if we're not an emergency service or an essential service, just thinking about what actually stops you from being more fully who you should be. Things such as perceptions, prejudices, which I'll probably look at tomorrow, pride, hurts, grudges, unforgiveness, roles we're playing. Sometimes we play a whole lot of different roles and they're not all necessary. Sometimes even our own view of who we are and what we're capable of limits us. We need to change that view, have a better idea. Sometimes it's relationships, and I saw a thing yesterday saying don't let loneliness drive you back into toxic relationships. What attachments? Some of them actually may be good things, but what attachments do we need to let go of in order to move forward and free up the time to do what we feel that we're being called to do? What clings to our lives because we enjoy it, but may actually be preventing us from responding. Now, as a priest, I shouldn't say this, okay, but even a Bible study. Some people become addicted to Bible studies and go to them all the time. Church meetings, prayer groups. All of these are good. All of them are necessary. But sometimes we let us consume us and our time. And we don't have time for doing what we actually need to do. I know there are times when I have to make choices. Do I go and chat to the parishioners or do I actually do what I need to do? Because I prefer going to chat and hear their story. It's a good thing to connect, but you also have to do what needs to be done. So how do you let go of all these things that are hindering you on your journey? From my experience, all things are possible if I'm willing, if I'm mindful, and if I make time. And for me, that's the beauty of this journey, is that we do have time. Especially now, things are moving a little slower. And perhaps not for those in the medical profession and so on, but for many of us, it's moving a little slower. And we can move slowly, more fully into that light as we shed all that we don't need, all that hinders us. So as we come to the end of this time together this morning, I would like to say that we need new beginnings. All of us from time to time need new beginnings. We need to be ready for the absolute newness and freshness of each new day, even if it is a bit chilly and some of us are a bit cuddly. And maybe something to hold on to today, and this is only the start, I believe we are always being prepared for the more. There is something new in all of our lives all the time. And so may God bless and protect you. Thank you for listening and have a great Thursday or Friday evening.
Here it comes! It's Mansfield in the morning. Driven by Sandown Motors, your Mercedes-Benz partner. On